Hello, my little crones and munchkins. How are you this day? Well, I've been thinking like what I want to talk about. Well, I want to talk about Lizzo. I want to talk about Lizzo's show today. And the reason why I want to talk about Lizzo's show is because, is it on Prime? Oh, it is wonderful. She gave me a different perspective of an overweight person. I will never, ever again, let me say this to the camera. I will never, ever take pity on a person that is overweight. Let's just get round to it. Obese. I am done. She has sealed my lips shut. She has said, don't count the big girls out. And you know what? The first person I ever seen do this was Monique. You know? And Monique did one song. But these girls are doing 90 minutes. I was thinking about their heart. My God. These girls, amazing. Rizzo, girl, you have changed me. I used to think that you was kind of like, I didn't know what you did. I love your music though. Why didn't say why they gotta be great? Well, anyway, I just like all her music because she's so on time and she knows the pulse of a woman. What I love about Rizzo is she's somebody who I could just go to and tell her my problems and know that she will listen. What I loved about this show, you know I'm going on about it. What I loved about it, what is the name of that show? What is the name of it? Big Girls?
Watch out for the big girls.
Watch out, girls. She never lied. Watch out for the big girls. Watch out for the big girls. I'm sorry. Let me just get back. I'm telling you. Let me get back to Rizzo. Rizzo treat those girls, at least from the camera perspective, she treat them like human beings. She treat them the way that she said, I would want someone to treat me. She's not, it's like she's not, she is so generous, so thoughtful. She cares. I mean, it got to the point, let me tell you how good this woman is. That when the girls left, when she had to tell each and every last one of them to leave, neither one of them got angry or stormed out. They understood it. They saw it. And you know what else I love about it? She says, and at first I thought she was just joking about this. She says, for this tour, I have room for every last one of you. And I think at that time it was like 13. She said, so, you know, all you got to do is your best. It's already a spot for you. Who comes in with a test saying you already won? You're already in it. Now, all you got to do is back up your application to why you applied. Oh, my God. Let me see. What else I can say about her? I love the fact that she fed them vegan. Because I was like, is she going to care about their food? They're eating all this food. I was concerned about that. And I was like, oh, wow, what an oxymoron. You know, but when she said it was vegan, slave. She wrote them personal hand notes. Okay. This show, you know, if 10 is the highest, I'm giving this show 100. I recommend that anybody watch this show. This is for kids, it's for adults, it's for men, it's for women. It is spectacular, especially at the end where you really got to see glimpses of her real live show. Oh, sorry, I told my daughter. Sorry, daughter of mine.
I mean, you didn't tell me who was in the ending, so
I didn't tell her that. But the ending is spectacular. I felt like when some of the girls would leave, I literally cried. Because that's how I felt it for them. I felt their hunger, their thirst, what they were willing to do. And you know, I don't know if any of them vomit. I don't think so. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, these big girls can't do this. Come on now, y'all need to stop. Never again. Watch out for the big girls. Watch out for the big girls. You hear that? Watch out for the big girls. Okay, can I say it one more time? Watch out for the big girls. Watch out for them. I will. Because up until then, I never thought of a big girl being a threat. Ha! Ha! You better think again, honey. You better think again. I'm just amazed. Thank you, Rizzo. Thank you. I hope that show stay on for many years or as long as it can, because I really love it. I thumbs up. And please, if you haven't watched it, please. It's on Prime. Is it Prime? And it's Watch Out for the Big Girls with Lizzo. I don't know how many series. I just got turned on to it because a friend of mine told me about it. And I was like, okay, I'll watch it. Like a friend of mine saying, you got to watch Will Smith. You know, he on Peacock. You got, you know, all these I got to watch. So I finally got around to I got to watch Lizzo. I was not disappointed. And as much I watched her one night. I watched her back to back to back to back because I couldn't even turn myself away. Because from the very moment this comes on, they bring you in. And it's something you never see. But I tell you, it has changed my perspective to a big girl. I will never say what they can and cannot do again. So if you're a big girl and you coming around me going, I'm so big, I'm saying, go on about your business. Don't tell me what you can't do, because I know what you can do if you put your mind to it, if you want it bad enough. Well, anyway, that's all I got to say about Lizzo. So, who else I want to talk about? Anything, anybody I'm missing, hon? Of course, they know I went on my rant about Cora Obadi. Love her. Oh, who else? Yes, I heard that Kim is doing a lot of talking about Kanye. Time will reveal. With that mess, time will reveal. You'll know more about this in about 2 to 3 years. But will she marry? You know, thinking about Kim, is Kim trying to do to Pete Davidson what Kanye did for her? Like try to bring him up and take him a little higher? Like I said, Kim doesn't do anything unless it's a profit behind it. Trust that. She has gotten all the money she could get and go where she with Kanye. These has been stepping stones. Pete doesn't have the money, but Pete knows some people up in them high orders. I'm telling you that. She's trying to come into the Jews, but I'm telling you, they don't play. Yeah. You don't know them. You know, they ain't as gullible. You know, and if you really get them right, they're about that blood, baby. And the fact that you done went out and you done had, you a white woman and you done went out and had 4 black babies, honey, you are not marketable in these areas that you're trying to go. And I don't mean to sound rude. I'm sorry. See, this is why I said I didn't want to talk about Kim. But I'm going to say it. You're a scutterbutt. You're scutter. Not a gutter, but scutter. Scutter like butter. A butter butt. You know? You use your body and sex for fame. Now that you got your fame, now you want to make yourself classy because you passed some mini bar. You didn't go to college, and frankly, that's sweet. So you can practice a little bar when you get through with it, but you're old enough to 40-something years old. You're getting to be an older woman. You're no longer on the calendar. You know? And I'm going to tell you, Kim, and I'm being honest, you're starting to crack. You starting to look older. You look good, but you look older. You don't look like 25-year-old Kim. You look like Kim that look a mother and have children. And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. I think that you're using Pete. And I think you're using him for that sex. Because I think that you are a sexaholic. And I think you have a thing for big appendages. That's what I think. So, I don't really want to talk about you, Kim, because I used to love you and I used to like you, but now the more you reveal to the world about you, I'm starting to loathe what you stand for. And there was a commentator who pointed something out that was so clear. I don't know if I can say her name, but I'm going to say it. Tisha Tales. She said something that was so profound to me. She said, that's not the real Kim. That's not the real Kim body. That's market. That she paid for that body. That's storefront body. That's not the body that she was born with. That's not the face. That's not the waist. That's not the waist of a woman that done had 4 kids. When she pointed that out, and like she said, they've been doing it so long that we just think, oh, they was made like that. And they were not. And she was mentioning something about Kanye's girlfriend being natural. First of all, I think Kanye's girlfriend is like 20-something years old. So how can a 40-year-old woman with 4 kids compete with a 24, 23? I want to know how old she is. 25. I wouldn't give her no more than 25.
24.
24 years old. And then, Kim, of course Kim is going to act like I'm not bothered. She is bothered. Any woman would be. Even if you hate the person, you're still bothered. And let me tell you a tip. She could never hate him. You know how I know? Because she sealed her love with him. I'm going to get deep on you. A woman don't spit out kids for nothing. When a woman have your baby, 9 times out of 10, she's having it because she wants a forever connection. She wants an ever connection with you. Or she want to bind herself to you that you'll never be gone. That she'll always be in your life. That's what babies do. And she done had 4 of them. The question is, at the end of it, Pete, he is Hollywood slut. He done been with a lot of women. She's disgusting to me being with him. I could go on about it, but you know what? I'm not going to judge Pete. I'm not going to judge him because he's just a young man. He has very little experience, but I think if you talk to him, he would say, I'm very experienced. I'm sure he's experienced for Hollywood. But right now, he is living creme de la creme with Kim. And the most disgusting thing is, I'm sorry, his mother. I see why the young man had problems. When you have a mother going around saying, I want Kim to have my crib. Woman, if you don't go and sit your silly self down, you sound ridiculous. Why would you want your baby, a white baby, because that's what it's going to be, what 4 colored babies? Yep, colored, because they have color. They're mixed. Kind of foolery is that? Have you ever grown up in a house where you're the lightest one? Huh? See, this is all talk. And besides, far as I remember, Kim can't have no kids. She can't carry no kids. That's why she had a surrogate. Unless something magically happened. So all this talk about Kim having a baby is ludicrous. But she would have to be afraid if that girl get pregnant, why? Because it's going to take from her kids. And that girl is going to make sure that her baby is number one. And while you doing all this shucking and jiving and all of this, you know, I'm going to tell you, no matter what, Kim, no matter what faults Kanye had, he's a good guy. And he loved his kids. But you better sit back and think if another woman have his baby. Because then you're going to have competition. I'm just saying. But you can't compete against a 23-year-old. You can't compete against a 24-year-old. It's ludicrous. So, who else? I get on camera and I just go off because she is the epitome of vanity. I don't look at her other sisters as much as I look at her, especially when she said, get off your booty boots and get to work. That was just a narcissist talking. And besides, she's starting to look bitter and bitter and bitter. She's starting to look like a bitter Betty. Bitter Betty who eats sour grapes. So, anyway, last thing. I didn't say anything about the moon. What is the phase of the moon, honey? I'd like to give something about the go-to my thing about the moon, honey. I want to say something about the
moon. Waxing gibbous in 2 days, which is April 16th.
Don't give me the dates. Just enough. I'm not. You're confusing me. Cut it down.
Okay. Waxing gibbous.
And in 2 days, what?
Full moon.
Okay. And the full moon is when it goes dark.
No, gets bright.
Okay. This is the waxing gibbet. Okay. So, about the moon, this is the waxing gibbet. That means that we're almost a full moon. So whatever you desire, whatever you want, this is the time to start putting in your petition. Start putting it in. You know, if you want, hey, take some water. Sit it outside. You know, we'll have a full moon in 2 days, I believe. So, hey, this is the time. Hey, this is what I do, especially in the winter. What I do, I write my petition, whatever I want, I fold it, and I have a plant. It's a cactus. And I stuff it all the way down in the cactus. And in my mind, I just sowed a seed. And it's got a lot of papers in there. My daughter and I both, we stuff them on the first of the moon. I mean, on the new moon, on the gibbous like this, even on the full moon. We will be stuffing whatever we want. If I don't want anything, I don't stuff anything. And I stuff at the full moon. So if that's what you want to do, try it. That's what I do. I make my petition. I write it out. I believe that I'm going to receive it. I give it to Mother Moon and put it in. And in due season, I'll reap. Sometimes I have to wait a year. Sometimes I have to wait a season. But I promise you, there is nothing that I've ever asked for that it did not come to pass. Because I'm not going to sit up there and say, can I grow wings and fly? Okay? You know, if you ask for something silly, you're going against gravity and nature herself. So you ask things that you know that are attainable. You ask for things that you know that you want. You know? And you plan it and believe it. And you will receive it if you don't doubt it. Well, that's my read for today. I'll be back because, that's my read. Anyway, that's my talk for today. I hope you enjoyed. That's just a recap of what's going on YouTube. So, anyway, thank you, my little munchkins. Mwah. Ciao.